position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kick off as this one gets started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now, getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Walker will fire. Got his man on the right. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some run.
Turning it on! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to fire. He wants to go deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
about shaking down thunder from the sky? That's what they're doing here on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Down and touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got a step, it was all over. To the house.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Walker to throw. And the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Huskies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Gets it out quickly. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody?
Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
That's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. At the 20, he's got space. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. As these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
It's complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Fires to the big fella, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And now on second down for this offense. The give out of the gun. He has the first and still on his feet.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front. Guys pushing the pile. NFL talent on this offensive line. Just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
Unleashes one deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Rides to back and leaves it. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get it. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Lost the fire on second down. Working that left side. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on third down. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the right. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Walker will fire. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Gets the back moving. From the gun, the running back has it. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football downfield in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback may change this route. just when they're looking run. Now up top. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to...
Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settled for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and you know, we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back. It's a big stat, so I like the aggressiveness to go for, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? 1st down.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He wants it all. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Using his feet. And some room to work. There he goes. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia Southern. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Still running at the 40. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, a great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And David, you know, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB and you're bringing extra guys, but sometimes that comes at a sacrifice. And you can see he got the matchup he wanted, took advantage of it, didn't get flustered. That was the biggest thing. Like most QBs, sometimes when that blitz comes, they'll get flustered really quickly and make a bad decision. He stayed calm, made the right read, made the right decision.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Might be changing the route. Just keeps slinging it. Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Working another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Walker to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's the hit. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
If this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun. Give on the inside. Crosses the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Buchanan. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Corners are going to bail. He's going to take off. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Buchanan. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. Defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Walker will fire. Gets open down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Bring in the heat. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Great place to start for this offense. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows?
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
On the run, deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Washington! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 2 to UCF. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Completion to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. It's a foul on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. The pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Buchanan. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One-possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They want to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and as the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football, I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
Steps away. Makes the grab. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter.
Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Huskies heavy back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. This offense has it with really good field position. He leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. They want that clock to run. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Walker to throw. Shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And I think you does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. The running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out.